Hi students, in this video we're going to look at how to sketch hyperbolas. Alright, so after watching this video you should be able to sketch a hyperbola by identifying its key features, and those are its asymptotes and its intercepts. Alright, biggest things to recall. Okay, so our rectangular hyperbolas have our equation y equals a x minus h plus k, where our asymptotes are x equals h and y equals k. And those are the lines that our graph never crosses, and they meet. They asymptotes meet at coordinates h and k. Right, the steps for sketching our hyperbola are, first of all, to determine the asymptotes. So those we can get straight away from our equation. Okay, our intercepts we then work out next. So that's y equals 0 and x equals 0. Then rearrange and solve those, and then determine what quadrant our branches are in. Now, there's a couple of ways to do that. We can just go over our intercepts and be able to tell whether it's top right, bottom left, or if it's top left and bottom right, based off where those intercepts are, or we can just look at our dilation. Okay, if our dilation is positive, then our hyperbola will be top right, bottom left. If our dilation is negative, our hyperbolas will be in top left and bottom right. Yeah, that'll be the best way to tell where the branches are. Right, so let's draw a sketch now. So we have to sketch the hyperbola. Y equals y equals -2 over x minus 2 plus 3 by identifying all key features. So our first step, guys, is to work out our asymptotes. So looking at these, there's my h value, and it's the opposite of what I think. So x equals 2 is my first asymptote, and my vertical asymptote is y equals positive 3. So first of all, x equals 2 is right there. So there's my first asymptote. And my next asymptote is y equals 3, which is right here. There and there. There are those asymptotes. All right, next thing we have to do our intercepts. So let's do our y-intercept. So x equals 0. So that means y is going to be -2 over 0 minus 2 plus 3. So that'll be -2 over -2. Well, that's just 1. And 1 plus 3 is 4. So my y-intercept is going to be up here. Right there. And then my x-intercept. X-intercept is going to be when y equals 0. And so 0 equals -2 over x minus 2 plus 3. And we'll just rearrange that one. So we'll go -3 equals -2 over x minus 2. Multiply that out. So -3 equals x minus 2 equals -3. Sorry, -2. That's just multiplying both sides by x minus 2. All right, then continuing, I might just expand that. That might be easiest. -3x plus 6 equals -2. -3x equals -8. X equals -8 over 3 over -3, which is just positive 8/3. All right, 8/3 is, what's 8/3? That'll be 2, and 2 remain 3. So our x-intercept is 2 and 2/3, which will be, there's 2 and 2/3 might be about there. And just looking at that, our quadrant should be in top left and bottom right. which makes sense because our dilation is negative. We've got a negative value there. So it makes sense to be in those points. And then we can just draw our branches, making sure we stay within our asymptotes. And there's our sketch. We've got our asymptotes and we've got our intercepts. It's probably worth writing our intercepts as coordinates. So 0, 4, and we'll write this one up here. 2 2/3, 0, or 8/3, 0, however you want to word it. Right, and that's how we go about sketching. So students, after watching this video, you should be able to sketch a hyperbola by identifying its key features, the asymptotes and the intercepts.